Welcome back to Live, Laugh, Luke. And listen, we've not shipped Janet Hamner out. She's very much here for this, guys. It's the one, the only, David the Medium. Woo! Listen, I am so fucking excited that you're here.
Thank you.
And I'm not even kidding. When I told my mum, she went, oh my God, I need to be on that for that. I was like, Janet, you need to be on for this.
Well, I'm very honoured. And this is my very first ever British podcast.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting to be here.
Well, the rest is shit, so you don't want to.
I've already
I'm only joking.
No, I've peaked. That's the problem.
Stop it. Stop it. How are you? How are you finding the UK?
I love it. I haven't been here for a few years, so it's so good to be back. And this is
Yeah.
my first time on tour in the UK. So we've done 3 shows so far. And it's been incredible.
I'm just a bit disappointed about the weather because it's May and it's raining.
Well, it's the same as back home. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
My hometown's Melbourne in Australia.
Yeah.
It's bipolar weather.
So thanks for joining us because I know obviously you're on tour at the moment. How are you finding your tour? How's it going?
It's been great. So I've already done now the biggest show of my career. We had 1,200 in Edinburgh. Did Edinburgh, Sheffield. We just did London. I got 4 more coming up. But the last show in London will actually be the biggest of my career as well. So that's 1,600. So
this is just going to get bigger and bigger.
That's the thing. It's very exciting, and it's great to be able to do it in the UK.
Do you think that's down to social media?
100%.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate last year because I was on tour in Australia.
Yeah.
We captured it on videography and we created reels from that, and they just went nuts on social.
That's how I saw it.
Yeah, amazing. So
I saw it. I want to talk to you about obviously being a medium because, forgive me for saying this, and I think a lot of people maybe in this room might say it, a bit skeptical about mediums and if it's a case of people just doing the research and then, I've got this person. I know that when you started your career, it was law. Was that right? You were in law.
Yeah, corporate law.
Corporate law. Yeah. And then you then found your gift when you were in your 20s because you went to a medium. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Can you talk to me about that? Like, what happened there?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I was a skeptic to begin with. So I really appreciate skepticism. But yeah, for me, I was that very stereotypical boy and he's, man in my early 20s and black and white. And I just had a new job and I had a work colleague and she said, have you ever been to a medium? And I was like, well, no, I don't really believe in it. Like, it's not for me to say it's not real.
Yeah.
Long story short, I thought, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? So I went and saw this lady. She blew my mind away within the first 5 minutes, the things that she was bringing up. Like, we could sit here for 100 years. You'd never even be able to guess the topic, let alone what she was saying.
Yeah.
And about 5-10 minutes into it, she said, you realize you can do this? And I was like, well, no. She goes, I thought that you knew, but obviously the more that we're talking, I'm realizing this is your first ever reading. Because as a child, like I never saw spirit, I never felt anything. I didn't have ghosts at the end of my bed like a lot of other prominent mediums talk about.
Yeah.
But she ran a mentoring class, went along, turned out I could do it very easily, very naturally. I believe every single person on the planet can do what I do.
Really?
Because we're all souls having a human experience at the moment. We're not humans having a spiritual experience. Mm-hmm. And, have you ever had a gut feeling on something?
Always.
That's it. That's the beginning of it. It's all energy.
Partner's phone.
The what, sorry?
Look from my partner's phone. I'm like, there's something that I need to... reason why I need to look at your phone. No, I'm joking.
I was like... This
is took a turn. No, I'm only joking. So talk to me about, like, obviously, being a medium. Is it around feeling? Is it about energy? What is it? Or can you hear a voice? Or
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, every single thing is energy.
Okay.
Like, even science understands that.
Yeah.
So, but for me as the medium, I have the ability to see, hear and feel. And I also have what I call the bonus packs of being able to smell and taste. So when I connect in a reading, I will say close my eyes or sort of zone out. And it's like I'm picturing this room, but suddenly there's people there. And I can hear them talk to me. Or sometimes they'll use my inner voice to talk, but they use my brain like a library as well. So they will bring up things that are relevant or special to me, and I know what they mean. But it is a game of translation. Like, they will show me symbols of things. And I feel like emotions. If someone had a heart attack, my heart will get sore. If they had Alzheimer's or dementia, I'll get cloudy through the mind.
Wow.
And it just all comes together to sort of tell a story. But I want everyone who I sit down with to feel like they're sitting down with their loved ones again.
Yeah.
So I aim for specificity. I don't want to be like, oh, there's a woman who says that she loves you. Like, obviously.
Yeah.
I would hope that there would be.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you about her. I want to tell you her name. I want to tell you her life.
I find it really fascinating that you because we were watching some of your work, and obviously it's incredible what you do. It's the fact that you know names. straight away. Like, and I find that, because we've seen mediums, haven't we,
Yeah.
in the past, but like, I'm not even kidding, one of them was fucking shit. Like, we were sat
Shout
down-
out to you.
Can't say
Yeah,
that.
no, we can't. It was, we literally sat down and they were like, "Oh, your dog's come through. They want to say woof," and I'm like,
think pets
"What?
can come
What did you think the dog wanted to say? Of course they're going to say woof."
And you know the funniest thing, animals in spirit can talk English. Because it's all
Stop it
energy.
now.
Yeah, so animals in spirit are exactly what we want them to be Earthside. They've got exactly the same memories, personalities, but they can talk to us this time. So I've had, like my cat in spirit is a sassy bitch. She always tells me to go to the gym. I'm like, bitch, you go to the gym. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, so yeah, animals are really fun in spirit.
Are you able to switch it off?
Yeah, so I learnt very early on that I can't have it on all the time because I'd go insane. But
Yeah.
it's
Oh my
kind of
God,
like-
imagine just talking to yourself down the street and you've got like 5 people there. I would.
That's it. You
Follow
can't
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I used to be like really obnoxious at the start with it because I kind of treated it like a party trick because I always thought my life journey would lead me, you know, through corporate law. My last, you know, inverted commas, proper job was actually criminal prosecution.
Yeah.
So I wanted to work in like spy networks in Australia. Like I
Yeah.
was going to work for our spy agencies. And when I was a medium, I never sort of gave it the respect or the credit. It was always kind of like a party trick. So I would like be the guy on the dance floor at 2 a.m. reading people at a nightclub. After a few drinks, I'd be like,
Shots.
"Your grandmother's here." Like, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. So
At
like
the very start. Yeah.
after like a couple of drinks, you go over to him saying, "Listen, I know we're 4 double vodkas in."
Yeah.
But your grandma just says you need to go home in a taxi and don't go home with that minger.
Yeah, literally. Like there's a
Literally.
gay nightclub in Melbourne and I used to have a few vodka sodas. And I read this guy once, I remember it very clearly. And I said, "Oh, your grandmother's here." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And I said, "She's excited that you're coming to visit her tomorrow with your mum and your sister." And it was her anniversary and they were going to the cemetery tomorrow. And the funniest thing was I saw this guy, shout out to Andy if you're listening, like 15 years later at a paint and sip. He was hosting the paint and sip and he's like, "You're the drunk guy that read me on the dance floor." I'm like, "Hi."
That's crazy. Where's like the most weirdest place you've ever? I mean, on a nightclub floor, like dance floor is wild, but where's the like wildest place?
I think that would have to be it. I don't think I've gone more crazy than that.
Do you ever get something that you feel like you need to go and tell someone that? So say, for example, I don't know, there's
Get the
quite a few
urge.
people in here and you go, I need to go tell that person that because they really, really want me to go and tell them. Do you ever get the urge to do
I
that?
think because my boundaries are so high that I just
Right.
don't switch on. But I do find that if I'm out with friends,
Yeah.
like I'm not necessarily reading them, but my intuition is very strong on things.
Right.
So especially if they're talking, I find myself just jumping in halfway through the sentence, be like, "No, you can't do that," or "You have to do this," or things like that. Like it's very led by spirit.
Yeah. And how are you friends with that? Because I think you'll just be my fucking guide through life. So next time I want to do something like, "David, should I do this or not?" So how are they all receptive to it? Are they all like, "Yes, we need to just follow everything"?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm very fortunate that, you know, the overwhelming majority of my friends still see me as David and
Yeah.
not David the medium.
Yeah.
So we can still go out and we're just talking about life or we're just hanging out. Like, you know, my friend who's off camera, Mahalia, that you met, like she
Yeah.
doesn't see me as David the medium. We just hang out.
Yeah.
But it is funny because I will get that random text at 10 p.m. sometimes be like, "I have to do this. Do you think this is a good idea?" And I was like, "Book in 6 months and I'll tell you that." No,
Yeah.
but no.
I am very busy.
Yeah, very busy.
So leave me alone.
I'm watching The Real Housewives right now. Don't interrupt.
Oh, well, actually, that's a good question. So, like, even when it comes to like celebs that you see on telly, do you get that, or do you have to be in person?
Has to be in person.
Oh, just it.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of an energetic connection. So if I hear their voice, if they're talking directly to me, that can help.
Right.
But sometimes I watch things on TV.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
Does it ever come through for you?
I tell you what, my intuition on things is good. But I
Right.
can't talk to my own loved ones like I can talk
That's
to yours.
sad, isn't it?
But I think yes, but it's also, I say this to people, it's sort of like my mum is my best friend.
Yeah.
And my maternal grandmother, who has since crossed over, was like a second mother to
Mm-hmm.
me. Like, if I could talk to her, I would spend 24/7 in my head with her.
Oh, yeah.
Who wouldn't? Like, we
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
all want to hang out with our loved ones and talk to them and, you know, just know that in that sense that they're still there to us like that.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be living our life.
That's so true. I
I'd
never saw
be
it like that.
with my mum 24/7 in my head. I wouldn't be learning all the things that I'm meant to be doing because life is classroom for the soul.
Yeah.
Like we had to come here because there's things that we have to learn and we have to go through and we have to experience the highs and the lows, the triumphs and the tragedies. Mm-hmm. But if I'm up in my head all the time with them, I wouldn't be doing
Living.
what I need to be doing and living, exactly.
That is such a
Yeah.
good way of looking at it, isn't it? Have you ever been to a medium yourself? I know obviously you did when you were in your 20s, but like now is the one that you go to when you want to connect with someone on your side that you want to connect with?
I actually haven't found one that I liked. That's the
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, my mentor was great. Yeah.
Not like me.
There is one in Australia. She does have a bit of a public profile because she was on The Real Housewives of Melbourne.
I know. Is it?
Jackie.
Yes.
Have you ever spoken to Jackie?
No.
Yeah, she's good. Like,
Is
she's
she?
a great medium.
Yeah.
But like, even like me, she's impossible to get into. And I was like, can we like do a quid pro quo thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Jackie's good. So, yeah.
Do you find, obviously, there's some mediums out there that like really profit on people's like vulnerability. Have you like seen it firsthand yourself?
Well, those are the people I've been to. That's the thing. And
Right.
it's sort of like, I mean, I do appreciate there's sort of bad people in every industry. It's like if you go to a dentist, there's probably a bad dentist.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some mediums, I think, or some people in the spiritual space that I think they get clouded. Like, I don't doubt that as I said before, every single person has a gift. I think maybe they start out and they can connect, but then they get driven by, ego or fame or like the money or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Like I've been to people and yeah, they weren't great. Maybe it was the same woman you saw.
Probably. What, the wolf and the dog? Probably. Obviously not going into too much detail if you don't want to, but what's the most shocking thing that's come through, would you say?
Oh gosh, where do we begin? How long do you have?
Oh God, 48 minutes? I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
No, like I've confirmed for partners that their partners are cheating on them. That's always a bit of drama. But usually they will have a suspicion about it.
Yeah.
Spirit's never negative per se. So if they ever talk about anything that's negative, it's always with the aim of how to get through it or how to go around it.
Okay.
I have done warnings on health.
Have you?
Not like you're going to die or anything
Yeah.
like that, but there was a lady who I read who had, she was having really bad tooth pain. I was like, you need to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
And they found out that she had an infection. If it didn't, it would have like really gone bad.
Yeah.
I told a man he had a brain tumor.
Oh my God.
He knew. Well, he didn't know, but he had suspicions because he was like, I had it like 20 years ago and we haven't been checked recently. And I was like, I think it might have come back. And I was like, it's come back. But usually it's just guidance on life.
Do they confirm that? So obviously when you said to him,
Yeah.
I think you've got it. Has he come back to you and said,
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah, post-reading validation is always the fun part because sometimes I tell people things that they don't even know at the time, like even if it's about their families or about life. So it's always really
Sometimes
special
you
to be
might
able to
not
touch base
connect.
with them. Yeah.
I find that wild.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
But my mum is very spiritual, aren't you?
I don't know.
Read Major.
Maybe she's fucking not then. Maybe she's not, but she is very, like, I think
I do
she...
sometimes think,
I think you are spiritual because she's always like, I think she's always wanted to...
Off camera, she called me a fraud, so I don't know how to...
Yeah,
No,
there is always that. There is always that. Have you got a question? So, my mum, look at it. Look at her little book. A little Sierra Oscar 47
But
book
I
that
did
she's got
also
here.
forget to mention, I am a medium, but I'm also psychic. So when it comes to some crazy things, like I predicted COVID 6 months before it happened. That's really where my profile in Australia got big because I was a crazy guy on social media talking about, oh, by the way, like
Something's
massive
coming.
changes are coming. I predicted all 3 of Donald Trump's assassination attempts. I said that he would win the election in 2024. Like I talk a lot about the Iranian war at the moment. I talked about that in December last year. I was like, oh, it's coming. Like,
Is there anything that you can predict that's happening this year in the UK or anything that you think this is going to happen?
yeah, probably around August, September that there's something going on with Donald Trump again.
Do you think?
Yeah, there could be another attempt or something like that, or maybe he could actually get injured.
Is there anything that you think, well, to be fair, we'll go into that later on, but anything that you can see England or anything with us or that you think, something's happening with that?
You know what? When it comes to England, like the energy is actually very peaceful. But I mean,
Really?
Well, that's the thing, and that's the thing because then you turn on the news, and I was like, obviously, there's a lot of political drama. There's a lot of sort of,
Yeah.
it's very similar to Australia in the sense that social cohesion is sort of breaking down a little bit. There's all the concerns about obviously the economy, all these standards,
Yeah.
but. Yeah, I think it's just very topsy-turvy all over the world at the moment. I think anyone who's been alive for the last 6 years would be like, okay, it's been
there's a lot of things
up and
going
down.
on.
How far can you predict?
Usually about 12 months ahead.
12 months ahead?
Yeah.
So you could probably predict something for me in 12 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, wait, we'll go. Oh my gosh, it's suddenly gone warm. The spirits are here. No, I'm joking.
could you tell anybody anything bad if there was?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely talk about things that are negative, but it is the spirit's never overtly negative. So they will tell you things, but it's also to sometimes prepare you for it, or how best to handle it, or how best to work through it. And they always like to sort of give a pathway. It's sort of like, okay, this will happen, but if you do it this way, or focus on this,
Yeah.
it's just always to sort of soften the blow in some ways.
Yeah.
But they're never overtly like you're going to be in a car crash. You're
Oh,
going
right.
to have cancer in 2 years. Like they're never like that necessarily. Well, necessarily.
Yeah.
But like.
Have you ever seen anything bad or evil?
See, I'm still very logical because I've still got that black and white mind. And I believe that obviously if there's positive, there has to be negative as well, because even science understands there's positive and negative. So I definitely believe that there can be negative energies.
Yeah.
Have I dealt with them directly? Not really.
No.
Sometimes people on Earth that aren't great aren't necessarily negative in spirit, but they will sort of portray that energy still. I definitely believe in hauntings because, even if I'm to put my hand down on the couch now and lift my hand up, if we had UV lights on that, you'd still see the imprint of my hand.
Yeah.
Like I've left my energy
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
So imagine what the energy is like in a prison, in a hospital. Like
Yeah.
it's a complete negative buildup of energy. So
Yeah.
and I believe that sort of has the ability to manifest negativity. Of
Yeah.
course. So
Could you go into somewhere like, I don't know, say for example, we used to watch Most Haunted a lot when we were back in the day, didn't
Yeah.
we? So could you go into somewhere like a castle and go, there's something here?
yeah, well, I mean, this is the great part about the UK as well because it is so old.
Old.
Yeah, like I mean,
Old.
there's yeah.
I'm joking. I'm
No,
joking.
but there's like we were walking through London and it's sort of like there's a pub that says ever since 1753, and I was like, Australia wasn't even a country then. You know what I mean? So like the history here and the energy
It's
build
wild, the history, to be fair.
that's it. So and obviously there's a build up of energy, and I walk into places and I feel the denseness around it, but I never necessarily feel the negativity or the evilness.
Yeah.
around it.
But you can pick up on it
But
if
you
you
feel
wanted
it.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been able to change somebody's life with what you've told them? Or you found out about it later, you've steered them in a direction?
Yeah.
Or something?
It's a great question. I think, like, if I can have an impact on every single person I read for, then I'm incredibly grateful because, if I can show you that your loved ones are still with you, I think that has a real healing ability because irregardless of how someone crosses over or what they meant to us, like everyone misses someone and
Yeah.
everyone... And unfortunately, we all feel regret when someone crosses over. Like, irregardless of how good our relationship with them was, when they cross over, we don't necessarily focus on the good times. We all focus on, I wish I said this, I wish I
Wish I
did
could
this.
have done something better.
Regardless of how amazing the relationship was. That's the thing. So if I can give them the validation and the proof that they are still with you, then that sort of does change things in people's heads. And that's
Yeah.
like, okay, then they haven't gone. They are still guiding. They are still looking after me. But in the sense of guidance, like, I mean, your spirit will talk about everything. So, we've given people life guidance on work, on relationships, on careers. And unfortunately, I've even dealt with people that have, unfortunately very serious mental health issues.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can heal elements and help them see life a bit differently.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, of course, so I'm not there to, change them. But if I can sort of instill that thought in you, because there are a lot of people, and especially those of us that grew up in the Western world, we're not taught to understand this.
No.
We're taught from a very younger age that it is woo-woo and it's scary and, the spiritual people are all middle-aged women in velvet.
Yeah.
It's not people like us.
Yeah.
And, even in pop culture, like if there's a medium in a movie, they're never portrayed positively. They're usually evil or they're ghosts or, things
Yeah.
like that. So my whole motto is it's not supernatural, it's actually supernatural.
Yeah.
And I just want everyone to know that. Like, it's
Yeah.
I want to be the mainstream medium. I call myself the gateway drug. Like, if I can introduce you to mediumship and spirituality and you take it on your own path.
Yeah.
You might become a mediumship addict, like a heroin addict, but like you just might enjoy smoking a joint every now and then, a medium joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I love that take on it because I feel like when people do pass over, there's always something that's a bit unanswered in your head.
always.
Like, even if it's like, I could have done more, I should have done this, I should have said that. Maybe, and do you find that is the most positive bit about your gift is the fact that you can go, listen, just breathe, it's fine. They hear it, they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the most positive thing that you get out of what you do?
100%, because that's the thing. Like, we think that, but also spirit sometimes thinks that. Like,
Yeah.
even when people cross over, they don't have everything in their life complete at the same time. Sometimes people cross over very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If I'm able to connect with that, but I want every single person that comes into contact with me to realize that death actually doesn't exist. We go through a physical concept of death because the bodies that we're in, the shells that our soul is inhabiting, is finite. Like it will eventually expire. But no one actually dies. Just like science, energy transforms. Once living energy is created, it can't cease to exist. So our souls, our memories, everything that makes us us is exactly the same. The physical body might die, but we don't.
Yeah. Do you find that wild though? Because when you were in your early 20s, you didn't think that, and now you do think that.
Well, that's it. That's why I appreciate skepticism, because I was one, and I think skepticism just comes from a lack of experience, understanding, or education.
Yeah.
I tell everyone, you don't have to believe in what I do. Even I find it a little bit unique.
Yeah.
But just listen to what I say and take away from it. If I'm telling you things or picking up on things or sensing things that you realistically know that there's no way I could know, where does it come from then?
We did say this, didn't we? I said, if someone can tell, I always say to my mum, if me and my mum pass, there's a word that we want to say to each other that really connects us. Because obviously when you see mediums, you are skeptic about, are they just doing it to profit off you? Are you sure that they've come through? So do you find that when you are speaking to someone and you say a word to them, like the people that are listening to you just automatically just go, oh my God, they're here. Do you find that?
Yeah, but you also make a good point, because I tell every single person, I even mentioned this at my live show, have those conversations with your loved ones. Because, again, those of us in the Western world are terrified of death.
Oh, yeah.
Which, naturally, because we don't want our loved ones to cross over. We love them. We don't want them to not be a part of our lives.
Yeah.
But we have so much trouble talking about it. And other cultures necessarily don't.
Yeah.
So have that conversation with your loved one where it's sort of like, you know, especially if they are older or they are unwell or you know things are going on, set that intention, that sign, that word to let them show that they're there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like it's, you know, you make a good point before with, you know, sometimes people that, you know, profit off it, or, you know, they might Google people or look at their Instagram, look at their Facebook. That, you know, the world that we live in now is so connected.
Yeah.
Like that if I was to, like, you know, if I, especially with someone that has a public image, like there's a lot about us out there.
Yeah.
95% plus of a reading isn't necessarily things that we put online.
Yeah.
It's things that are personal in our lives, especially when it comes to future stuff. As
Yeah.
well. But, you know, even at the London show that I just did on the weekend, you know, I was reading this lady. And the reading was great, and I was bringing up all these things, and we were about 5-10 minutes into it, and she goes, you know, it's not that I don't believe you, but I've actually bought something from my sister that's in my bag. And can she tell you what it is? And I was like, oh, we've been going for 10 minutes and you still don't trust me? Like, but I told her what was in the bag. And she's like, oh, okay. Like,
What was in the bag?
well,
Oh, sure.
no, it was great. She had this, what even was it? It was like a jewelry box or something like
Right.
that. But it was emerald green. And I
Yeah.
was like, it's like an emerald ring, but it's bigger than an emerald ring because it's like a green. And she's like, oh, okay. I have fun with it. I was just taking the piss out of her. I was like, do you believe in that? Like, you know, that's
What's the strangest message you've had to relay, would you say?
Oh, gosh. Well, see, this is the funny thing, because every reading is so unique. And the funny thing is, and it's such a cop-out answer by me, but I actually don't really remember the readings. Because the messages don't come from me. They don't actually stay with me either. So if it's very unique, I'll remember certain things.
Yeah.
But, like if I do a full day of readings, which may be, you know, 3-4 people, if I do private one-on-ones, by the morning, I'll forget everything I've said to them.
Yeah.
The following day. But, you know, that's the thing. We talk about everything. There's nothing that's off limits, especially like if you were to sit down with your nan again or your mum or your dad or your siblings, like you already know what they're like Earthside. They haven't changed up there. They've got exactly the same personalities.
Yeah.
So if they are a bit like sometimes cutting or a bit critical, they're going to do it in spirit. They're not going to hold back. And especially because what are you going to do? You can't get them.
So, like, obviously, with that if that woman then, she said to you, can you tell me what's in your bag? So, say, for example, someone came through and I was like, can you tell me the last thing that someone said? Could you do that?
Yeah, sometimes, absolutely. But
Right.
it's also a game of translation because I use my brain like a library.
Right.
So it just depends on how good we can translate it in my brain.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I will speak, and there's even recordings of me speaking other languages. So sometimes, like I can barely speak English, and that's my only language.
Same.
Yeah.
Literally.
But this was years ago. We're probably going back a good 8-9 years. There's a recording of me speaking Vietnamese. Like,
And you don't speak Vietnamese?
No, I can't even remember how to say hello. I think it's Xin Chao. So all our Vietnamese listeners, hello. But yeah, like I can barely speak English, and yet this skinny white boy just broke out into 2 sentences of fluent Vietnamese. And the woman's like, my mum always used to say that, but I thought I spoke English.
That is crazy.
We need to find this recording. If you're listening, can you please send it to me? Because it would be great to show people again.
That's wild.
Yeah, so it's all energy.
Obviously, you sold out your UK tour.
Yes.
Did you predict that?
Well, I'm also a natural pessimist.
Right.
So I was hopeful, but I was like, oh, no one's going to come. Everyone in the UK
Yeah.
fucking hates me. But no, it was great. We sold out London in 5 minutes, which is nuts. Like Sheffield sold out in seconds. Like Dublin sold out in a good sort of 5 minutes as well.
It's just going to get bigger and bigger, though.
It's very exciting. Like,
Yeah.
and I, even before here, like, does Spirit give me life guidance? It's sort of like, I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't want to know what happens.
No.
Like, I've got good intuition on things, absolutely, but I don't want to plan anything anymore. I'm just happy to sort of see where it goes. As long as it's fun, as long
Completely
as it
fucked
benefits.
my next question. I'm like, what's next for you?
Well, I...
Just live in the moment.
I'm marrying a British billionaire and moving to London, and Kylie Minogue and I will have coffee every day.
Love Kylie.
Yeah. She's in the UK at the moment.
She is, yeah. Right, so we're going to go into the section of Touch My Balls. I don't know if you've seen it, but this is confessions
Best offer I'm getting. So
from the audience. Confessions from the audience, me, anyone, and we've just got to react to it. So I'll just give it a spin. Oh, look at that. Did you predict that?
I did.
There you go. So if you open the ball, we have to react to it. Somebody is fucking wild, though, can I just say, so I do apologise. Oh.
That was meant to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
That was the energy in the room.
I was about to use my teeth.
I'm dreading this, because normally they're fucking horrific, aren't they?
I don't know.
I'm
Can
so
you
sorry.
say-
I'm
can
so
you
sorry,
say it
David the
so much?
medium.
Should I read it in Vietnamese or English? No, I'm joking. I had a one-night stand and he fell asleep with his back to me and he farted up my back. What?
Thoughts, feelings, anything from the afterlife that's done anything like that?
These are
See,
weird.
this is why I just don't like sharing beds with people. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Any advice for them?
Don't turn your back on them.
Yeah, don't turn your back on it. Or after the one night stand's finished, just kick them out. Go.
I've done worse shit than that, though, to be fair.
Have you?
My boyfriend's had to wipe my arse before.
Oh, God.
Why?
What, in bed?
No, not in bed.
Oh, well.
Not in bed. Jesus, Mum. Not in bed.
So you don't have white sheets.
No, but I think it was from a night out and I was severely drunk and I think I fell asleep on the toilet mid-shit
Oh,
and he had to wipe.
Well, I mean, at least I would just put you in the shower.
Yeah, but he didn't do that. He wiped me,
bless.
put a nappy on,
Bless.
bit of talc, back to bed.
I have a friend who actually lives in Scotland. I have a friend that lives in Scotland, and every time he gets drunk, he just likes to urinate in everywhere all over the house. And my friend came out in the morning, and her father was cleaning behind the TV, and she's like, "What happened?" She goes, "Your brother pissed behind the TV again." And I was like,
Yeah, my boyfriend,
"You're all loose."
he pees everywhere. He pees in the corner of a room if he's really drunk. And then he pees, I think he peed into his drawer.
Great.
Yeah.
This is why I'm not a big drinker. Like I've never done anything
not?
like that. I'm a lightweight anyway, but I'm always worried. I'm like, I don't want to pee in the house.
Yeah, I don't mind. Well, yeah, I suppose.
I've
Not
got
peeing.
friends that's peed in the wardrobe and things.
No,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, just... Because
Pee shit a lot. We all do it,
Yeah.
don't we?
Try and make it the toilet.
So we're going to go into the last section and play a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather do a Ouija board on Halloween or visit a haunted house?
Haunted house. Anyone listening, do not go near a Ouija board. I'm not overly spiritual, but I do not trust them at all. I think they're incredibly dangerous, to be very fair.
My mum said the same thing, didn't you? She said, don't fuck with a Ouija board, Luke.
Luke, you look like you've already done it. What have you done with the Ouija board?
I actually haven't. I haven't. My friend has, though.
Oh,
I've met a few people who've done Ouija boards and they said it's the most horrific thing they've ever done.
well, the way that I word it, like everything is energy and it's all frequency and vibration. I'm like, you're in the city nightclub, so I've got a very strong guest list and dress code.
Yeah.
Your Ouija boards is your suburban pub. Like they'll let anyone in. And your loved ones won't go to a Ouija board. Mm-hmm. So I just don't trust the energy of what does go to Ouija board. And everyone has horror stories about them.
Yeah.
Like my mentor who taught me, she was like, my
Why?
friend felt like she was being choked. And I was like, oh, no thanks.
You don't fuck with a Ouija board.
No.
No. This is a bit of a light up on. Would you rather have Princess Diana come through or Elvis?
Diana.
Yeah.
That was an easy...
People print.
Maybe I've had both.
That's easy. You are?
Maybe I've already had both. Who knows?
Oh.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe,
Have ya?
Maybe. I don't know.
I suppose you won't remember, would you?
No, I just wouldn't remember. That's the problem. Yeah.
Would you rather know when you were going to die or how?
Oh, gosh. Probably how, because I think if we all knew when we were going to cross over, we would change everything we're to do about life. That's why Spirit never tells us when we're going to die. Because if I said, oh, you're going to die next week, well, we would change everything we would do today.
Yes. Wrap yourself in bubble wrap.
Literally.
I'm not leaving the house.
No, this is not quick fire answers, is it? Because I'm
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
5-minute answers. Yeah.
Never have sex again or never meet the love of your life.
Ooh.
These are so hard. Oh, I never have
There's a
sex.
bit of a pun in there somewhere.
I don't know. I want to meet the love of my life. I'm open to it at the moment.
Same. No, I'm joking, Mum. I don't love her. Love of your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 39. I've done the sex.
Yeah.
The sex.
The sex. Sex
That
is done.
thing.
Listen, I'm 10 years in, the sex is no more.
Yeah.
But the love of your life is still there.
Well, once he wipes your bum, he didn't want to do
Yeah,
it.
that's true. That's true. What about, listen to this, this is a good one. Lose all your abilities of your gift or get £100 million transferred into your bank today?
No, because money means nothing. Money is just freedom and opportunity. I don't want to lose my gifts because I actually don't want to retire. I just want to keep doing what I'm
going
doing.
and going
so
and
I don't want
going.
to lose my gift at all.
Great question.
And I'm also going to, and you know, with my gift, I'll be doing live shows where I'm earning 100 million a show, so it doesn't matter.
And that's a prediction. That's a prediction. Right, let's touch the balls again.
Great. This is so much fun.
Are you enjoying
This
it?
is like, you need to teach Aussie podcasts how to be fun. Sorry, guys, you're all great.
What can I say?
Yeah. There was nothing in the house to eat one day and I couldn't be asked to go to the shop, so I tried the dog biscuits. I just feel like they're a little bit tough. You might damage your teeth.
Yeah, and I've got veneers.
Yeah, and so do I.
Yeah.
I don't want to bite into a dog biscuit. I'll end up...
And I'm having trouble with my veneers at the moment, but we won't go into it. Keep fucking pinging off. No, they do, honestly.
Now's not the time when you're doing the BAFTAs and things like that.
No, you don't need it. Do you know what it is? I do feel sorry for my dentist, and he's fit. But I think he's used a different glue, and he said that to me. He goes, Luke, we need to come in and do your back. And I said, listen, you join on. So he's got to do these again. But once I've done, it's all done.
How long have they been in for?
I've had him for about 2 years, but one of them came off when I met Adele.
When you met Adele, your tooth came off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about timing.
Literally. Do you know what it is? That's God's way of saying, listen, Stoke-on-Trent boy, humble yourself.
Yeah.
Listen, you just met Adele, your tooth needs to come out. Or maybe someone from the afterlife, I'm not sure. Thoughts, feelings on that?
I mean, just there's Uber Eats now. You don't need to be eating dog biscuits. Just order something.
No. I mean, I get it to try it. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry.
Why?
No, yeah, my friend had a dog. We just thought we'd try the dog biscuit.
I mean, my friends have dogs too, but I don't think I've ever eaten a dog biscuit.
Also, my friend has a dog. I'm not going to sniff a dog's ass like a dog does.
Was it tasty?
It was all right, actually. Yeah, I haven't had a full one. I've
There's
just tried
gravy
it.
flavoured ones as well, isn't there? There's like a gravy flavoured dog
Some of them
biscuit.
dog foods look really nice that you can put in a pan.
Yeah, when we had a family dog, his food did smell pretty good. Like there was like one that had a bit of garlic, and I was like, I low-key probably could.
You two are fucking deranged. I
wouldn't
would
need a full
never.
dog tent of food, but I'd have a little go.
There's different flavours, I suppose. But what are your thoughts? Would you try it?
Well, I mean, I'll try anything once, but I just don't want to break my teeth.
Anyway, moving on.
Is this the next one? Do we eat dog food on camera?
Yeah. Surprise!
Yeah.
Did you predict this?
I mean, I haven't had breakfast yet. So I probably could.
Right, so going on to my section, which is my favourite section. So, you're psychic, you're a medium. I was just wondering if you could do a live reading.
I suppose we could.
For me and Mum, hopefully. No one else comes through. And psychic. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Mum's got tissues. Do we need to do anything to prepare, or do you prepare?
No. Well, it's the readings work best if we're in our underwear. So I'm joking. We don't know.
Let's get naked.
I always say that as people. They're like,
Do
what?
everything once.
No. So you both said you'd had readings before. Mm-hmm. How? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Had you ever had an experience where you're like, that was good?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I've always had an experience, I would say, where I went, that could have been said regardless, because anyone could have mentioned it.
Yeah, like they always say, like a name, a William or a Bill, and
Yeah.
you can relate to the name.
Yeah, and then you're like, what about a Catherine? You're like, it's my next door neighbour's dog.
Yeah.
Cool, Catherine. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So we haven't really had that, I would say.
I think you can relate to some of them because they're genetic. you
Yeah.
know, that you can think, oh yeah, actually,
Well, they
that
always-
could be. Yeah.
I always say it's sort of like when you're reading for white people, you're like, who's John? It's like every family has a John. You know what I mean? It's sort of like...
Or a
especially-
David.
Especially in the UK, it's sort of like...
So true.
Oh, a Mary.
Yeah, it's like Dave. We all know Dave.
I know, if I get stuck at my Dublin show, I'll be like, who's Mary? Everyone's like, Mama Graham. Like, she's here. No, great. So, with readings, let's jump into it.
Okay.
So I really don't need to... I'm sorry, I've got pink balls.
Just whack it on the floor if you want.
We don't need really do anything to prepare. I just say, Take a deep breath in and start. But like even as we sat down before, you had a very strong female that came in right behind you both anyway. I did mention, Spirit knows that I'm here for both of you, but we can pick up for whoever's in the room at the same time. Now, when we came forward, there was a very strong female who instantly went to you, Jan, and she says, I don't want you to worry about health. She says they've been talking about it recently and she's okay, it's okay. There's something about like, I don't really got an appointment or a doctor's appointment like coming up very soon, but she's like, I'm with her through this, I've got her through this. She says, just keep talking to me, keep talking to me. And she says, I don't want to swear, I don't want to swear. She says, everyone tells me I swear too much. And there is sort of a thing with her towards the end of her time on Earth. I just feel very cloudy through the mind. So I don't know whether there was elements of like Alzheimer's or dementia or just sort of feeling a bit sort of, I kind of feel also just a bit sort of cloudy in my head. There's also Julie. What is like Julia Connect? Probably Earthside.
I have got a Julie in the family, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple. The Julies.
I know, it's such a common white person name again, isn't it? Yeah.
I know 2 Julies.
And I know you made the joke before about, and Dave, but I now have a female that says that Dave is my son. So there can be a Dave in the family, of course, but there's coming forward there. There's a validation of also a gentleman in spirit. I say this is so stereotypical, but he's calling himself Tim or Tom, probably Thomas. And he's going straight to you like Luke and actually hugging you. He says, but it's been so long since I crossed over, Dave. Neither of them were expecting to hear from me. Is that your dad? Like Tim or Tom?
Tom.
Tom, perfect. Because he just said, that's my girl. And he's been out of the physical world for quite a longer time now because he sort of validates like how much life has changed since or how things are moving on. I think you would have met him, Luke, but it's sort of this validation of like, since Luke became Luke, it's sort of like I didn't get the chance to be like, I'm here for that. I appreciate your mum's in the room. Your mum, Jan, is the strongest one because she's coming forward very, very strong. And as I said, I appreciate your mum's in the room. I look at you more like a son than a grandson.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like, if I didn't know that was your mum, I would assume this was your mum. Mm-hmm. She's going straight to your wardrobe and she says, put on the sunglasses. So I don't know whether either of you have glasses from her or like whether those glasses that are kind of like for vision, but they also kind of have
tinted.
Tinted. Perfect. I was going to say bifocal. I was like, no, that's not it. So I don't know whether they're in the wardrobe or something about that, but she's taken into the bedroom and she says, just hold on to them with glasses. Now, I'm not saying that necklace is from her, but she is also holding it. So there is something to with jewelry going on as well. She's actually holding my cross, but she's not religious necessarily. Who's Amy? What does Amy connect?
It's my sister.
Perfect. I don't know Amy, obviously, but it sounds really mean to say, but she says, tell Amy to stop stressing about her weight. She's been talking too much about it recently.
Wow.
And she's fine. Does Amy have polycystic ovaries?
She has trouble with that, doesn't she?
Yeah.
That may be infecting. That may be causing sort of just ongoing health issues. Don't mention anything to Amy, especially about this podcast. Or you can talk about the podcast, obviously. But Amy's also got a lot of sort of stress or anxiety through the abdomen at the moment. So there's sort of a lot of things with her. Now, she may talk about being also constipated or having issues with... Oh, you know that already?
Yeah, she says she has pain there.
Okay. It's stress and anxiety for Amy.
Yeah.
Do you have 2 sisters?
Just one.
Very personal, Jan. Did you unfortunately have a miscarriage?
No.
Mum has a baby with her.
My mum
Yeah.
has miscarriage.
Oh, it's hers. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes she's referencing, because she's just holding a baby with her. And then Tom was also like looking over at it. And your father's father is also making his presence clear. There's an older gentleman coming forward on the dad's side of the family. And I don't know whether Thomas had cancer, but there's definitely a cancer connection with the grandparental energy for you. So one of them up there definitely, unfortunately, had to deal with that. Your grandmother is, this is Jan's mum, is sort of looking at you. She's like, like incredibly, and I hate sounding so cliche because she's incredibly proud, but she's like, what's next? What's next? With you as well, Jan, I don't know whether there was a planting of a plant in the garden for her, but she's also taken me into the garden. I kind of feel it's very sort of stereotypical in terms of rose bushes or things like that, but I can appreciate roses don't really survive that well in the Midlands and up there. But don't be surprised if over the coming days, for whatever reason, someone actually gifts you roses or something about a rose bush. Who's got the February birthday? Could also be anniversary of passing. Actually, no, it's October 7.
That's my birthday.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going 2-7, but it's 10-7.
When you say October 7, is it my birthday? Yeah, that they were connecting with. Because the female who's passed over, my dad's mum, is also October 7th.
There's also someone else.
There
Yes,
is?
there is.
Because she said, no, it's not just Luke.
Yeah,
No.
there's another one.
I know you mentioned a partner energy. It's all about communication comprehension with him. Mm-hmm. It's not meant to sound negative at all, but it's sort of like the challenges of the next few months, because it's sort of like, I mean, I can appreciate with work for you as well, but they're all validating spending a lot of time away. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me his name. Is that the J?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Titanic. Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not Rose. So they said that's his nickname, though. So I don't know whether he actually has a birth name that's not Jack. I don't know whether that makes sense. If you can't make sense of that, don't worry. But with everything coming up over the next few months, it's sort of like he's very deep, but he doesn't communicate properly.
Correct.
So it's sort of like everyone who knows him just starts laughing.
Fucking retweet.
Because with we'll call him. Is his? I hate asking questions. Is his birth name Jack?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel it. It's really interesting. I don't know whether his family calls him like a different name or something. We'll see where they go with that.
Yeah.
We might pull that forward to see where they go with it. But with Jack, he is very much like a river for me. Mm-hmm. So your nan loves him. I don't know. I mean, she does validate getting to meet him earthside.
Adores him.
Yeah, perfect. So don't tell me when she crossed over, but I know that you mentioned you've been with him for, I think you said a decade. So
yeah,
that would mean that Nan's unfortunately passed within the last 10 years. But
yeah.
she really looks at him like my other boy. And she says, well, if I have to pick a favourite, it's fucking him. So I was like, okay.
It's true, though. It's so true.
She'd pick him over you, wouldn't she?
Yeah, sure.
She said every day of the week. But she's just teasing you because she actually banters with you very strong.
Yeah, she does.
Because the whole time she's been here, she's just had her arms over both of you like this. It's kind of like she's 8 foot tall and just kind of hugs you in both. She says, Jan, she calls you Janet actually, or Janet. She says, thank you for putting your life on hold for me. And she says, I know you. She says, Dave, I'm honoured. Say that again. She says, Dave, I'm honoured because I know my daughter would do that every single day for me.
I would.
And she says, it's all about communication for her because she's loving, but it's sort of like it's hard to say. And she says, I felt so peaceful when I crossed over. And she says, because they told me it was okay.
We did.
She said, my daughter said, she says, Mum, you don't have to hold on for us.
She did. You did actually say that.
If you want to go, you can go.
Yeah. And she says, I can't put into words how grateful that made me feel. She says, because I would have held on for you, but she says, I was ready. And she says, I just stopped breathing.
That's what we said.
And she said, and Jan had my hand. And then, were you in the room as well? Yeah, because she says, and Luke kissed me on the forehead.
Yeah.
And then she said, then your bloody father came down to pick me up. Had he already crossed at that stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because this feels like, not that they were arguing, but...
They separated.
Yeah, okay, that's
the thing. Yeah.
Because it's sort of like he was there and she's like, oh. Like,
they were separated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a good point to bring up.
Yeah.
Just because they separated on earth, they're not necessarily in spirit. Mm-hmm. Because I always say your worst enemy down here will kind of be your best friend up there.
Yeah.
So understandably, life gets complicated. Mm-hmm. But that's who we are as humans.
Yeah.
It's not as the soul. And she's very peaceful when she crosses over. Like, I actually just feel really warm and comfortable. Like, it doesn't even feel like, I don't know if she's in hospital or not. It doesn't feel like a hospital for me. You know what I mean? I actually feel like I'm in bed at home.
Yeah.
We made it feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it does not feel sterile to me. Was she living with you at some stage as well? Or does she just spend every day at the house?
You were living with her?
If she was ever in hospital and come out, I always stayed with her.
Perfect.
And we were there every single day. I rang every single day.
Yeah.
So
It's not something I would usually say to the Brits, but pay attention to skin cancers. Have either of you ever had that, or anyone in the family had that before?
My dad has got tests for it at the moment.
Perfect. There's no sun here, so it's sort of like it's very rare for the Brits to get skin cancer. I'm Aussie, so I'm English heritage, and then they put us in a country where it's 45 degrees all the time,
Yeah.
so we get it. And did we say your dad's name before? They're pointing at me. Is he David?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Or Dave. His mum just said, I know how much he misses me. You have to tell him I love him.
Oh, he does.
He talks about it all the time. Do you also have a brother? Two?
Yeah.
Just one? Two? 10?
Four.
4, yeah, because I was like 2 and I was like, feels more 10. Just with one of them, it's not a warning because we don't do health warnings. I just want him to pay attention to his heart. So if there's a brother that sort of complained about feeling dizzy or even high blood pressure, to be very fair, everyone over the age of 30 has blood pressure issues anyway, to be fair, but just sort of pay attention there. Now, when it comes to the wider family, Jan, mum doesn't want you to feel like she understands the family dynamics of not being able to talk to everyone or sometimes have family separate. She says, I'm not angry by that. I'm not disappointed by that. She says, I know what they're like.
Yeah.
Yep.
So don't feel like that you have to be the glue that kind of pulls everything and holds everything together. She says, even when I crossed over, it's sort of like she goes, well, where were they?
So true.
And then she says,
true.
I don't want my babies, which is both of you, to feel that Alan. Where does Alan connect?
Last
Alan.
name is Alan.
Last name's Alan.
Yeah.
Okay. Where does William connect then?
William is his last name.
Whose last name, sorry?
Her ex-husband.
Oh, okay. And her last name, maiden name is
Is-
Alan.
yeah.
Okay. I really want her name. I made the mistake of asking your nan for her name at the start. When I ask, they don't tell me instantly. She is putting it in my family. This is where we play a guessing game. My grandmother was June, but she's not drawn into June. With your mum, just tell me the first letter of her name.
M.
Oh, so M's in my side. Well, I'll leave that with me. We'll work it out. She says the quintessential old school. Well, it's not going to be Michaela. We'll see where she goes with that. I'll dive. It's actually Mary because I did make a joke about that before. But so yeah, it's sort of this element for you, Jen. Like, don't feel like irregardless of everything that happens, because your beautiful mom doesn't feel like she's been out of the physical world too long. At that, I don't want you to tell me when she crossed over, but she still references everything. Sort of, it's the new chapters, if that makes sense. And it's sort of like, even with money and things like that, she goes, I don't have any. But with the wider family circle, it's sort of like, there's no anger towards them from me. Like, they're my kids, they're my family. Like, I love them. I just don't want Jan to feel, see, again, it's all about communication because my throat's getting blocked. I just don't want her to feel the pressure of trying to glue everything together. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, she's like, fuck them.
So true.
And, I know that you mentioned she was married multiple times and had partners, and she's just like, whatever, I don't care, it's them. And also did anyone unfortunately have breast cancer or issues with the breast?
My mum's got issues at the moment.
Okay. Was that the doctor's appointment next week? Did we talk about this before?
No.
No.
Yeah, there's an appointment next week.
Okay. Oh, so you've got one next week. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because your mum just wants you to know that she's with that, but then she sort of, when Spirit grabs me on my right breast, it's breast issues, and she says, I don't want her to stress about that. We're doing everything. Nothing's been missed. We're just on top of it. It's sort of like, you've still got a long time. She says, don't cut your hair. But I was like, it's short enough. You probably don't want to cut it. And she says, my teeth. Where are my teeth?
I don't even.
You've got the teeth.
I haven't looked in the bag.
So, well, as soon as she said that, she says, but it's okay to go through it.
She doesn't go through it.
Yeah. So what she brought up in my head is kind of like, my mum has a box that belongs to my grandmother, and my grandmother died 10 years ago. My mum doesn't just really want to go through it. But she says it will be therapeutic. You can go through it. And she's put herself in a blue dressing gown as well. Who's got the dressing gown?
Me.
Perfect. Because she just put it over her shoulders. She goes, the slippers need a wash. So you've got slippers as well, I take it.
I literally got them out last night and smelt them.
She also sleeps in a dressing gown sometimes for the
Oh,
first 6 months.
Slept
blue
in
one?
that dressing
Yeah.
gown. Yeah.
Take that as validation. Your mum knows about it because it's not a common thing to bring up dressing gowns in spirit. And it doesn't matter. She says, don't feel like you can't still wear it now because it's not going to lose my scent.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how many times for both of you with items that belong to me.
Yeah.
It won't go.
Yeah, I've got an item.
Perfect. Scarf? I'm putting it around my neck. I don't know.
There is some, yeah. It's like a
necktie?
It's like a gilet kind of.
I didn't know what a gilet was until Saturday. So yeah, I was perving on this guy at the bar, and my friend's like, the one in the gilet. I was like, what the fuck's a gilet? Puffer vest for the Australians. Yeah. She's also putting like a cardigan or something on. So I don't know whether either of you have that, but it's warm like a dressing gown, but it also feels a bit more sort of knitted or lightweight. And do you have a brother? No, where's the other David in the family? Because that was Dad.
I've got a brother called David as well.
Your brother's David as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether he has something like that. But actually, Mum says no. Okay.
No.
She goes, he doesn't fucking care. But she's just laughing. It's really funny because in my head, I was seeing roses all over the walls. And now I've looked at that picture and there's the wallpaper that has the roses.
Oh, yeah.
So I can only imagine that's probably your home. She's taking me straight into there. Mm-hmm. And she says, do you know that Luke always used to perform for me when he was younger? And she says, those are my favourite memories. And she says, the Spice Girls. And she says, the world will take you wherever you want to go. And she says, but you're not doing it alone. She says, you will always have me. Us. And she says, just talk to us more. And she says, it's always good to say goodnight to me still. And she says, I'm never missing Christmas, especially.
Yeah.
She says, that was big for me. And she says, Easter, whatever. But she's very drawn into Christmas. So she wants to thank you for saving a spot for her at Christmas.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Having, whether it's a plate or a chair or something like that. But she says, I've got my spot, and they always set it up for me. And then it's even the Christmas just passed. They're like, Nan, do you want some? And it's sort of like, she says, I heard, I saw. She says, I'm not cleaning up. And just also with your house, Jan.
Yeah.
It'd be, I could probably say this to every single Brit. It'd be really good to get a dehumidifier in there. So I don't know whether you've been having like moisture mold issues or anything like that.
Yeah.
But again, I could probably say that to every single Brit. It gets cold and wet, and then it starts getting hot, and then it causes issues in the home. Just downstairs, I just don't know whether you've been having plumbing issues in the bathroom or something like that because it has. That's already happened?
Yeah, it's ongoing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's something to do with the drains outside. So
We have had them done once.
Yeah.
The what? Sorry.
It's the one she's had them done.
We've had them done about a year ago, 2 years
Was
ago.
there root issues?
I don't know. No, it was just blocked.
I feel like, I don't know whether you're going to need trees on the, I'm sure there's trees on your property, but it just kind of feels like there could be something about like something blocking the outside, and that's also causing internal issues into the house, if that makes sense.
Right.
Could make sense.
So it's just something that requires, because it sounds ridiculous, but your mum's kind of digging up the back, like the side of the house and digging up the back, and she's like, it's all underneath, it's all underneath. Again, it's a very quintessential thing. It's come up at my readings a lot, but she's very drawn into jewelry again. So even the bracelet that you're holding, I know that's not hers necessarily, but she keeps she's pulling on my ring, she's touching through my bracelet, and now I'm like, what are you wearing? But I can appreciate, especially as daughters and grandchildren, we do take on, especially daughters with, sentimental items. I mean, she's like, I didn't wear too much anyway.
She did.
She's referencing Glastonbury. You've been?
Yeah.
You're going next year. There's something. I don't know if this is known yet, so you can definitely cut this out of the podcast.
Okay.
There's something about doing a podcast stage at Glastonbury.
Right.
Have they ever done that?
No idea.
I don't know if it's a thing. You're going to do a podcast at Glastonbury.
Right.
or something about, because I'm seeing you like this, but it's you holding the microphone.
Yeah.
So there's something where you will literally do like an online thing from there, or there's something about a podcast stage.
Okay.
There's an event in Victoria, my hometown, my home state, called Beyond the Valley, which is just a music festival, but it's big. And I sound like I'm boasting, but I did the podcast stage there this year. But they're replacing me with you. So it's something about you being on stage at the music festival. I don't know if you've got any plans to go to Paris for June or July, but I'm definitely putting you there.
Okay.
Kind of feels like work related as well. Do you have any plans locked in yet?
No, not for Paris.
There's definitely something coming in for Paris because I've got the Eiffel Tower in my head. Just also, coffee's not great for you.
Right.
Like gut issues.
So true.
Probably cut dairy out, to be fair. Have you already done that?
I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, you know that already? Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. And she says that nothing else in life matters, Dave, as long as they know that I'm still watching over, I'm still with them. She says there's a lot of people that do want to say hello.
Do you obviously know you're connected at the moment, but for me and my mum, is there anything that you can see for us within the next year?
It's really interesting when you say that because they reference sort of a seesaw energy. So it's sort of the element of like just have to find balance more than anything else. I know we're sort of talking in riddles when we say that, but it's sort of like if we're to fast forward 12 months, it's like anyone would probably say this to you anyway, Luke, but it's sort of like you won't even know yourself, if that makes sense. It's sort of it's you know, I'm very big on manifestation and law of attraction, and you know, my friend and I do vision boards and everything like that. But it's sort of like everything that my boy, everything that my boy is wanting, it's sort of like the seeds have been planted. It's already there.
Yeah.
Write it down in your phone if you haven't already. Like, and I say this to everyone. Like, if you were to manifest or want 5 things coming in the next 12 months,
I have done that.
Perfect, because she's literally taken out your phone. So if you've done it already, reflect on it, but don't dwell on it.
Yeah.
It's more the element of like really make it intentful about what my guy wants.
Yeah, I did it at the start of the year.
Perfect time to do it. Also do it around your birthday. So that was October, wasn't it? Yeah, that was October 7, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So do it around then. You know, this has come up at every live show we've done as well, but I don't know whether either of you were getting knee, hip, ankle pain. That was no. That was knee, ankle, or hip pain.
My nan.
It's not with her. It has to be with either of you.
Me.
Yeah. So this is a very British thing, apparently. When sometimes, and this can actually be health related. That's why she's wanting you to just know that you're fine. But when everything that we have going on in the body has an energetic or emotional beginning, and I'm very strong believing in that. Like everyone has the cancer gene. Not everyone gets cancer. You know what I mean? There has to be an emotional trigger point to it. In life, when sometimes we feel a bit stuck or we're a bit in between, we just don't know where we're at, what's happening, that can affect our ability in life of how we feel like we're moving forward. When we can't process that properly or we feel stuck in that moment, it literally affects our ability to move forward. So we get sore knees, hips and ankles.
Yeah.
It's nothing medical, that's the thing. And it will clear pretty soon, I dare say. But either of you moving house? It's a reference of October, November. There might be something about change of home.
No, but I know somebody is moving.
Yeah.
It has to be immediate family.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because if it's not you two, it has to be very close to you.
Very close.
It's just Margaret bringing it up. The Gale. Perfect. But yeah, like I said, it's very broad in the sense, but there's this, it's like everything that they would want finds their way to them. So it's sort of like if this is the case and aim high, keep going for it.
Yeah.
I don't have health concerns for you. I really don't. So it's sort of like even though there's a journey ahead, just know that you're very protected and loved and guided by them. And, you know, as I say to everyone, just keep talking to them. Because what your mum just said, she grabbed your hand incredibly tightly. And she says, I know what it feels like, but there's nothing that you're doing alone. So even sometimes when you feel like you can't talk to the kids, even though you've got a very beautiful bond, but like, you know, there's some things, you know, that what I call the mother's burden.
Yeah.
She says, but everyone wants to help. Everyone wants to be there. She says, you just have to ask more.
Correct. We've had a row about it.
Yeah. Because, on that, she says, he is your baby boy, but he's also an adult.
Yeah.
And he's a capable adult. So it's sort of like, I have the same conversations with my mum, to be very fair. So it's sort of like...
Back off a bit.
That's the thing, even though he's your son, he's also capable and able to help.
Yeah.
And he wants to. And you're not you're not, well, yeah, she says, because I never wanted to feel like a burden. She goes, you're not a burden when they want to be there for you. She says, think about how lucky we are. You know, both you and I, she says that our children wanted to be there for us. Like you wanted to be there for her.
Yeah.
You wouldn't ever doubt or question anything you did.
Yeah.
So it looks exactly the same for you. She says, so lean on him more. She says, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I'm like, okay. Yeah, from everyone up here and from me.
Thank you.
You're very loved. Like, I know that sounds so cliche, but it's like, you know, your mother just adores who you are. She's very tough on you, but loves you.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of like, this is my boy.
Yeah.
She says, I don't play favorites. And then she's like,
She always used to say that. She always used to say that
Yeah.
to me. She says, "Oh, you're my favorite."
yeah, she's like, I don't play favorites. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I feel like we need to clap before we just go into the next Oh, God.
Oh, I just
Right,
fell
so
back
the
into-
final section
Oh my gosh, okay. back to
is the touch my balls again.
all right.
So, can I just say,
I like that we're jumping straight into it.
that was fucking incredible. That was
Thank you.
so good. I've never...
The names get it for me.
The names, like what you thought, and do you know what? Like, there's certain things, like when you said about like hospital bed, certain things that we did that we've never talked about.
Well, I mean, as soon as you said that, I heard music in the back of my head as well. So she's grateful for playing music when she's
Yes,
in hospital.
we do play music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just certain things like how you can know for a while that my mum was holding her hand and I kissed her forehead, and you knew that we were there when she passed, but because not everyone was or wanted to be in the same room. But
Well, she didn't want them all there anyway.
no, and we made sure that we
there was
were.
a lot in that room.
Yeah, but not everyone wanted to be in there.
No.
And I just found that incredible. That was amazing. So,
see it in my head, yeah.
thank you so much for that. That was
Of course.
great.
Yeah, we helped
Came
to
from
go
her.
peacefully.
And I don't cry, and you nearly cracked me then.
Oh, I saw a tear.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
here.
I hope the camera zoomed in on that. No, that's going to be the
thank
real for
you.
socials.
Yeah, thank
right.
you for that. But yeah, look at this ball. I don't know what's in this ball.
I know, gosh. It's sort of like, how do we go from that?
Yeah, no.
David confession.
Oh.
I'm gay.
Stop it right now.
I know, sitting here with my legs crossed.
Stop it.
Oh, I don't know. Ask me. Like, what?
Have you got anything that no one would know about you that's a confession, or someone that doesn't know?
Honestly, not. I mean, probably, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty much an open book by this stage. Like,
Yeah.
I have no filter.
Is there, okay, let's change it a bit then. Is there anything that, I know obviously you say you don't want to talk about things that are coming in the future. Is there anything that you really want for yourself within the next 5 years when it comes to the mediumship that you've got in the gift?
Well, it's not necessarily gift related, but I'm really open. I really want to meet someone now.
Yeah.
Like I had, like I'm 39. I know you're shocked, but I've never been in a longer term relationship because I had so much work that I wanted to do on myself first.
Yeah.
And then like my 30s, I feel open to it. But then, obviously there's been a focus on, wanting to help people and building a career and all that. But now I kind of feel like I'm ready to meet someone. Do you know Callum Scott?
Yeah.
You actually do? Finally, I found the connection.
Well,
Can you tell him I say hello?
yeah.
I'll say this on a podcast. This is a confession.
Okay.
So I saw 3 psychics at the start of the year.
Right.
One was, I actually thought she was British, but she's very well known in Australia, but she reads for a lot of Brits.
Yeah.
My astrologer, who's always 10 out of 10, and a friend of mine who's an incredible psychic. Before my tour with Live Nation of the UK and Ireland was announced, they all said, you're going to be in the UK in May.
Yeah.
It wasn't public. And then they all said to me, you're going to meet someone whilst you're there, who's like your longer term partner or your connection. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I've kind of felt that as well. The clock's ticking.
Yeah.
I've already been here for a week. And then one of them, this beautiful lady, Penelope Austin, she reads she's read for royals. She reads for everyone. And she's like, your mum's going to love him. Because like I've got a great relationship with my mum as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, my mum's a savage. So we'll see who she likes. And then a few weeks later, my mum was on YouTube on the TV for some reason. And she was going down the Callum Scott rabbit hole.
Right.
And she's like, I love him. She goes, he would be perfect for you. And I was like, my mum has never said that about a guy.
Yeah. So put it out there.
Put it out there. Hi, Callum. How you doing?
We'll try to set it up.
Oh, God. I mean, I'm here till June 1.
I just want to say thank you so much.
I have no chill. Fuck.
That was incredible.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Absolute honour and pleasure.
That was great.
Was.
Not only was it a pleasure to be able to sit down with you and have a chat, but thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and also for your team to get involved.
Yeah.
And my very first British podcast, so it's very exciting.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Thank you to both of you as well.
Thank you so much for listening to Live Laugh Leak. Make sure you like, subscribe, do also download the one, the only David the Medium. Woo!
Thank you.